And think about it with Mother of Runes also. You give your guy protection and then you just bash through. You know? That's an incredible
Mother
thing
of
right there.
Runes, I think, needs to get dispatched as soon as it hits the board.
That's right. Seems
Well,
like,
that's why I was as surprised that he chose to hit the Noble with the suspended Riftbolt. But again, like I do see your point where you don't want that turn 2 Knight of the Reliquary. But I mean, I don't know. At that point, he could have just, you know, bolted or whatever, removed the knight. It was still
That's
just
true.
it would have still just been a 2/2. But
that's very true. Yeah, I guess it just depends on what he thinks he's got.
Winston is he's contemplating his opener.
And he
Looks like he's
keeps.
gonna keep. And Joe.
I can see a Brainstorm and a Tropical Island over there for Joe.
No, it looks like he's got a GT in his hand.
That's going to be very
snap
important.
keep that. Now with the Goblin Guy trigger. What was that?
Could not tell what that was.
Ooh, Stoneforge. And he's got the copper red in his hand already.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to be really rough.
There's the forest and probably a pass here. Yep. See, this is the start that Winston would have wanted game 1.
Right.
But
he knew that he could not keep a one-lander.
Yeah, that's very true. But even if... there's a Tropical Island.
Reward you with a land.
And I have to say, though, I saw Winston's deck earlier. He's got all black border dual lands. That is definitely a fun thing to look at.
Goes with a Law Spike, puts him at 13.
Ooh, see, he's low already. It
And
is turn
suspend.
2.
That's a lot of fire.
Wow.
This is exactly the start that Winston would have wished for game 1.
And now it seems like it's all going to come down. Unless
Joe
he kills him
definitely
next
has to wonder what. I mean, he has to be wary of the suspended Riftbolt. He can't just run something into it. I mean, he does have the Stoneforge in his hand. If he runs it out, it's just gonna get rift bolted.
Yeah. In this case, though, it seems like he just plants the circle of protection, and and just sees, you know what, you kill me next turn or you lose. Pretty much, you know, I'm gonna hold up mana.
Oh, takes a look at that. What does that do again?
This is what? What about red spells? No.
And then so you pay a 1 and you prevent all damage from that red source.
Yeah. Very nice art on that card.
Cop red, just no.
There it is. So
3 put you down to 10.
Yeah, Winston's got to kill him this turn, otherwise it's gonna be very, very difficult.
With that hand does not seem very likely. It's land. Oh no, wait, it's land double chain lightning.
Chain lightning. That's
oof.
6.
Had that been a fire
8.
blast, that would have been.
Oh, that is so close. It's not even funny. 2 damage off the Goblin Guide.
Reveal.
Down to 8.
Oof.
Chain lightning.
Ooh, if that would not have been a blank, that would have just been
Chain
game.
lightning. Oh man. Oof. And now he's out of gas.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, one thing. Okay, so one thing Winston does have is he'll have Barbarian Ring. So that's a source of 2 points.
That's right.
So that's what he can hope to draw.
For those of you guys at home, Barbarian Ring is a red land. That's
what did he just draw? Sulfuric Vortex.
Oh man, that's pretty good right
now. This will force Joe to eat up some of his mana, but the thing is, Winston has to consider whether. He's
doing it.
He's running it out.
He's just going. Sulfuric Vortex says, "Hold on, let me read that."
He's gonna try to
like
at least tie up some of his manas.
And it looks like it resolves.
But at least this way he does not gain any life. So think about it. Yeah. So okay. So this is still not bad. I mean, Winston is at 20 life, so he's got a lot of life to work with. So he can just sit here and try to get to that Barbarian Ring and close it out on Joe.
Yeah. And Joe's gonna have kind of a hard time. He can't
just
crack fetches.
So Winston will take 2.
Almost forgot his own trigger there.
Just Lava Spike. That's not going to do it.
So, what do you think? Do you think Winston's going to have to just sit on his burn spells and build them up till he can just get through that circle of protection? Or what's he got to do?
Wow. I mean, if he can pull that off, it seems pretty good. But I'm
just kind of hope that Joe gets land screwed.
Yeah.
And
well, that's the thing too, though. Like, at his upkeep, he's paying for the vortex, but then he can't, like, Winston can't say, you know, he can't sandbag sorceries. Even though that's what you're saying.
That's true.
That's true. He'd have to build up. But at least this way, it does tie up something. Let's see, Joe's hand has what, Mother of Runes, Swords, Caracas, Stoneforge Mystic, and I believe did he have a GT as well?
Yeah. He had a GT in his opener. I think unless he shuffled it away, I think Stoneforge going in there for the Batterskull might be the way to go. But he hits Mother of Runes. All right. Wants to be able to protect his stuff.
Winston draws. Was that a Chain Lightning?
It looked like a Lava Spike to me. Winston in the tank over there. What to do? 2 life.
Ugh. Trying to contemplate how to get around this.
That's a burn player's dream. You're at what life? What?
2.
2 life? I have that right? 2?
COP Red says no.
You look at the board and, oh man.
Now, okay. You know, as a side note, do you think you'd play just straight up mono red burn, or would you play that blue red Delver variant?
Good question. I'm a believer that Delver is fantastic when it flips. When it doesn't flip, you are miserable. And how many times do you want a 1 mana 1/1 to be doing Merfolk of the Trident beats? You know, like,
yeah.
Those times that it doesn't flip is.
Oh, there he does go Stoneforge.
Oh, a wild Stoneforge appeared. It was super effective. Batterskull to the floor.
Okay, I mean, this isn't well. It's not that it's not bad, but I mean, at least the one thing Joe can't gain life, but the Batterskull beats is still bad.
4 turn is a lot. That's, I mean, and he's at 16. That's 4 turns.
Do you think well, it doesn't even. Joe has to do this right, though. He doesn't want to make some kind of small mistake and then just lose.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've seen somebody be up a game, get a little bit cocky, and just kind of play a little loose, and then there goes game 2, and then there goes game 3. Couldn't see what Winston got off that draw.
I believe it was a price of progress.
Another price of progress?
No. He had. Or is
that his first? Let's see.
Yeah, I believe he had a lava spike, Chain Lightning, and price of progress. I mean, he is building up those burn spells, but
he is.
Mother. He's just gonna pass the turn, pay for the Sulfuric Vortex. He doesn't die. Yeah, at this point.
Can you imagine next turn top deck? Barbarian Ring.
But I mean, I'm seeing now, but I don't believe he has, I think, 5 cards in the graveyard, so that's not gonna be quite threshold he wants. But then he can just unload his the burn spells and just have them, even if Cop hits those or prevents those, then he'll have he'll use them as a way to get threshold. Now, I wonder what he drew.
I don't know. At this point, it's looking like Winston's doing more damage to himself than anything with that Sulfuric Vortex. I mean,
he's at 12 now.
Yeah, his opponent Joe can't gain any life, but that's 2 damage a turn is no joke.
Right, but I mean, at this point, I think he is playing to that out. Had the Sulfuric Vortex not come down, I'm sure Joe would have been more progressive and ran out that Stoneforge and GTA, etc.
That's right.
Just try to gain as much life as possible.
And there we see right there that Winston has top decked another land. That is not what he wanted to see there.
No.
So what do you think? So we have the Brian Kibler version of shuffling cards in our hands.
Okay.
Are you a shuffler?
I think I am, but not excessive. So he's swinging with the guide. Is he?
Looks like he's blocking with both people, both Stoneforge and Mothers.
Yeah, these creatures are people as well.
They are. It's an artificer and yeah. And off of that Goblin Guy trigger, also Joe got a Wasteland from the top of his deck.
Oh, okay, so Goblin Guy being extra generous today.
Winston thinking about what he's gonna do there. Doesn't really look like there's much he can do.
Right. I think what he was trying to do was force him to. Well, I don't even know. I mean,
he could be trying to make him use those resources on
right.
that circle of protection to keep his creatures around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Joe right there is asking about what order Winston is going to assign blockers, or is going to assign damage to the blockers.
Right.
That's very important so that Joe knows which
creature he's
to target with Mother of Rune's ability.
Right, right. Mother, such a beating. Well, she helps people. She helps the rest of the creatures.
That's right. It's an amazing
reduce the baiting. All right, so here we see the Mother of Runes getting protection from red.
Goblin Guide is gone.
All right, see there. Maybe he is building up his graveyard. This will be a way to get threshold.
That's right.
That seems. I mean, it seems to be the only out he really has at this point.
It seems like it. I mean, what enchantment removal does red really have? There doesn't seem like there's a lot of good options.
No, red enchantment. I mean, no.
Yeah, red and enchantment removal, they just don't go together.
Spine of Ishtar.
Spine of Ishtar, for those of you guys that don't know, is a 7-mana artifact.
6
mana artifact. That doesn't quite seem very good right now.
Yeah, he's up to 5 and he has a mountain in his hand. Don't tell me it's not possible.
There's a lava spike. I think he's going for it. He's going for it.
Yeah, he's not going to get very far.
Another land.
And
there it
extends
is.
the hand. Oh, he's not even going to bother. He's going to draw Batterskull. And
that's right.
Beats, let's see, Winston.
Sometimes it's better quit while you're ahead. Or behind in this case.
Here we had a quick match.
That's right. But look at that. There's a smile from Winston.
Yeah, he knows. I mean, I don't think he was expecting to see a COP red from his opponent at all.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's the thing. Like, you can just stick one of those in your side, and then you already had the Enlightened Tutor package most likely. So why not COP red? You're not cold to it, and then there you go.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, in the times that you do draw it, I mean, when it's bad. There's never been a bad time. I mean,
at least playing this version, he does have the luxury of brainstorming it away. Should have not. I mean, I don't know how it would never be relevant against Burn, but
yeah, I don't know when you would bring in a circle of protection and not want it. That seems a little interesting,
right?
But there we go. That is the semifinals. There, top 4. So Joe Cisneros is going to be moving on to, Cisneros. Joe Cisneros is going to be moving on to top 2 for the Unlimited MOX Emerald here at the MTG DeaLS Free Legacy Tournament.